What do Isaac Newton, Virginia Woolf, and me all have in common? We all kept a Commonplace book. But here's the twist. Mine lives in Notion, plays nicely with AI, and it might just be the smartest thing I do every day. Hey, I'm Bill Rice, and today we're diving into a timeless tool that has helped thinkers and creators and even scientists across centuries, and how you can turn it into your secret weapon for thinking, writing, and mastering your craft in the digital and AI-powered world that we're living in. Let's talk about commonplacing. A commonplace book is basically a curated vault of thoughts, your thoughts, other people's thoughts, and snippets of brilliance. Things that you underline in your books, quotes that hit you in the gut, observations that make the world just simply make sense, or maybe it cracks open a question that you didn't know you were asking. Historically, people like John Locke and Thomas Jefferson used them to collect ideas, organize knowledge, and then sharpen their thinking. It was sort of a DIY knowledge management system before Rome and Notion and even sticky notes. Think of it as a personalized Google, but it only returns the results that you found meaningful. Fast forward to today, and yeah, we've got search engines, PDFs, and read it later apps, and 50,000 browser tabs open at any given time. The internet made it easier to find anything, and simultaneously, it's harder to remember anything. Commonplacing almost disappeared. Why? Because search replaced memory, algorithms replaced curiosity, but here's the thing. A commonplace notebook is not just about storage. It's about meaning making. And that's why now, maybe more than ever, it's time to bring it back. We're standing at the edge of an AI revolution. Tools like ChatGPT, Notion AI, and Claude can help you write, research, and brainstorm in ways that we never imagined. So here's the question. Where does commonplacing fit when AI knows everything? Well, it's simple. AI doesn't know what it's like to be you. It hasn't lived your life. It doesn't know what you highlight, what you underline, what you pause YouTube to jot down. It doesn't know your childhood, your failures, your weird obsessions with stoicism, sci-fi, or French toast. Your commonplace notebook is just your encyclopedia of experience, and that's something no AI can replicate, unless, of course, you train it. More on that in a second. Let me show you what this looks like in real life. I use Notion as a digital commonplace notebook. It's where I collect highlights and quotes and book notes, conversation snippets, voice memo transcriptions, everything. And here's how I organize it. I like to use the concept of a head word. It's kind of like a category tag, but looser, more intuitive. For example, I have a head word called ambition, where I drop quotes from Pressfield and thoughts from clients, my own writing, and struggles. It's like planting ideas into a garden. You come back later and realize that they've grown into something bigger. I'm essentially building my own AI training set. This is where it gets exciting. I believe we're entering a world where personal AI companions will be common, but they'll only be as good as the information that we feed them. My Notion database isn't just for me. It's the raw materials for a future LLM that understands my thinking, my tone, my frameworks, my way of seeing the world. Large language models like GPT are trained on massive data sets, books, forums, code, and websites. But the edge comes when you can augment that with your own data, your own way of speaking and thinking. That's the future that I'm building towards. Now here's a question I wrestle with. Should I be using something more like Obsidian instead of Notion? Obsidian is amazing for nodes and connection, and it's like having a brain outside of your brain. Everything is interlinked, creating sort of a neural network of ideas. Notion, while powerful and visual, still lacks some of that deep backlinking and interlinking capability. And here's the catch. I think AI might soon close that gap. We're already seeing that tools can extract themes, infer relationships, and summarize huge idea graphs, even if you don't manually connect them. So I think I'm sticking with Notion for now, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. At the moment, AI gives me that graph-like insight across my notes, and that difference between Notion and Obsidian is starting to shrink, and Notion, at least to me, is far more intuitive, and Obsidian takes a lot of sort of gardening, if you will. If you're more of a visual graph-oriented thinker, though, I think Obsidian might be your jam. If you love flexible databases and templates, well, I think, like me, Notion might be your playground. So one final reason that I commonplace, and that is to build a body of work. Recently in a video podcast that I was watching, Stephen Pressfield talks about this idea, this concept of not just writing one book, but actually building a library, an infinite list of books that only you can write because they come from your unique experiences, your study, and your point of view. That's what a Commonplace book does. It's your sketchbook, it's your workshop, it's your archive. It turns you from a passive consumer into an active creator. So here's my challenge to you. Don't let the internet or even AI own your knowledge. Start your own Commonplace notebook. Use Notion or Obsidian or even a physical journal, but start. Build your mental library. One quote, one note, one aha moment at a time. If you want a place to begin, I've linked my Notion template in the description. This is my Spark file. Try it, play with it, let it evolve. And if you want to level up fast, check out Notion AI. It's like having a research assistant living inside of your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and if this sparks something in you, like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment. And give me an idea. What's your head word today? Build your brain, train your AI, and start your Commonplace.